ইস্টার্ন ইন্ডিয়া ট্র্যাভমার্ট এর পরিচালনায় বায়ার সেলার ও এজেন্সিদের সঙ্গে নিয়ে 3 দিনের এক্সিবিশন ও কনফারেন্স হয়ে গেল কলকাতার বৈদিক ভিলেজে। ইস্টার্ন ইন্ডিয়ার বায়ার সেলার ও এজেন্টদের অংশগ্রহণের সংখ্যা ছিল 2 শতাধিক। বিভিন্ন রাজ্য থেকেই অংশ নিয়েছিলেন বায়ার সেলাররা এবং এজেন্সিরা। দেখে নিন আমাদের জনপ্রিয় পোর্টাল চ্যানেল সমাজ দর্পণ সোশ্যাল মিডিয়ায়। কলকাতা থেকে জয়িতা পালের খবরে।
Travel Trade Journal, published every month from New Delhi in a tabloid format. We also have an online edition. We have been doing B2B networking sessions in Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities of India, which we have been aptly calling in under the brand of TTJ-TRAVMART. This year is the 6th year, and we've already, I think, completed about 54 marts till now. 6, okay. I'm losing my touch on my own initiatives. So 67 marts we have already completed so far. And this time we decided that we should do something very, very unique. Our marts are usually an evening networking initiative that we do. This time, for the first time, and coming to Kolkata, they say that the sun rises in the east. So every morning you have the crack of the dawn that happens in the east. हमने भी नई एक शुरुआत की है, एक नई किरण जिसको कहते हैं इसका उदय हुआ है, and rise from east is where we started our East India-TRAVMART. Thanks to all our exhibitors, we have 40 exhibitors from the travel, tourism, and hospitality industry. We have airlines, we have hoteliers, we have destination management companies, we have cruise lines, we have our state tourism boards. It's an overwhelming response for this particular show. We were a little constrained for space, and eventually I'm very proud to say that we had to close our space because we could not accommodate more people. So this was very, very heartening for us. That gives us a kind of a lead into what we are heading into, and it is what we do. We have done is good, and we are headed in the correct direction. So now we have this East India TRAVMART. I would just like to share the format for the benefit of everyone. So it's a 2-night, 3-day program, starting on 15th, which is today, 16th and 17th afternoon. So we start after this session. We will go to our exhibition area, which is just about 100, or rather 70 meters down the road. As soon as you get out of the hall, just walk down onto the left side. There is a hall known as Om 1. So we enter from Om 1 and then we go further into the hall. We have a Om 1 lawn pandal where we have further exhibition space. So we have a laid out table concept as well as a booth concept. So as soon as we conclude from here, our session there will start sharp at 4 o'clock, which is a B2B networking session. All of you have been given, all the hosted buyers have been given a badge. That badge is required to be worn at all times because that is your entry into the mart, and it is all the events that we have as the entry to that events also, including our hosted lunches, cocktail dinners, and gala evening. So please carry your the badge, registration badge, which has been issued to you. So 4 o'clock sharp, we will start with our B2B networking session. From 4 to 6:30, B2B networking sessions will happen. In your registration kits, you have been given a kind of a registration form which have names of all our sellers and exhibitors. You have to meet everyone. You have got today 2.5 hours. Tomorrow the session starts from 10 o'clock in the morning till 6 o'clock tomorrow evening, and day after it starts from 10 o'clock till lunchtime. So you have enough time. We have tried to create this enough time so that you have opportunity to understand, interact with the suppliers, and the suppliers also have that kind of time that they're not rushing, and it's not a speed networking session that we have. Because we had got this feedback that some of the marts we find that we are meeting with 60 buyers or we are meeting with 40 sellers, but the networking speed is so fast that we basically exchanging cards. So no, the main ethos behind the East India-TRAVMART and the duration that we have enhanced is so that you can have time to meet up with each of your suppliers and understand the concept. For lunch, again we have B2B networking sessions. 6 o'clock we conclude. 7 o'clock we have a knowledge session, and after the knowledge session and presentations, we will have a gala evening with cocktails and dinners. On the 17th morning, we again, after breakfast, meet at the B2B hall, complete our B2B networking meetings, and we also submit our filled up B2B, the business meeting forms and your claims for your refund or the claim of your airfares and tickets. So this is what I wanted to, explain to everybody. I have shared this with you, but just for the benefit of all, so that we are all on the same book and we have a very, very clear understanding. So that is what I wanted to share. And for our hosted buyers, we also have some beer coupons and we have some tea and coffee coupons. We have a sponsored tea, coffee and a beer lounge inside that we have created for our sellers. So enjoy the hospitality, enjoy the network, enjoy meeting with you, and we can then, I am here, Raviji is here, and Raviji, can you please? Raviji is the modest convener behind this show.
All I want to say is thank you very much. Whether I call them buyers or they are sellers to me, they are all my travel professionals. And I was not expecting that we could gather such an important number of people. So this time we did not bother about numbers 253 because most of the exhibitions and fairs, there are thousands of people. But what I gathered, that number of meetings are very limited. So we are trying to create this format. And hopefully, because inshallah we succeed here, which I am sure we will succeed. We will take you to all parts of India. Our next target is South India, if we, plan well, and we will just double the show. So once again, thank you all, and we would like any press people, if they have any questions and answers, they can shoot their questions. Thank you.
Media, if you have any questions, we have.
आज के जो ईस्ट इंडिया जो हो रहा है, जिस प्रोग्राम जो हो रहा है ट्रैवमार्ट का, तो इसके बारे में थोड़ा बोलिएगा, प्रेस को थोड़ा बोलिएगा.
जैसे मैंने, as I said, East India-TRAVMART is our first attempt because there are a lot of new products which are available in Northeast, but they are not exposed. And if there are people, those who know them, they are normally within the East. So we are trying our first attempt. We have got 150 people from all over India. So people have come from South India, from West India, from North India, from more than 22 cities. We have got this 150 people because they will know about your product. They will know what is Northeast, what is like states like Bodoland. Nobody knows. We have very limited knowledge about Northeastern states. So we are trying to explore and expose the new products in Northeast, mainly in East India. So when I talk about East India, it also includes states like Bihar, Jharkhand, Odisha, and then West Bengal, and all the things. As you know, West Bengal is not very active in tourism, but we are trying to push, give them a push that they start doing more and more to promote this part of India, which is called East India. As already explained by my colleague, that everything starts from East, the sun rises from East. So we are also trying to start this attempt from East. And the main idea is to engage travel professionals, because travel is the only platform which creates jobs. Any other industry, when you make them mechanical, or automized, the number of people are reduced. But even if you open up a restaurant, you need at least 5 to 6 people. You will need a chef, you will need waiters, you will need people to serve. So it will create more and more opportunities for the locals in this region. That's the main objective.
Northeast.
Yeah, so we are highlighting Northeast, and we will keep the bases
Because it's Kolkata do not big far.
Yeah, because the major hub is Kolkata. All the flights are connected there. So there will be a limited number of.
Northeast.
Yeah, so this is the gateway. This is the gateway of East.
That's why you are concentrating.
We are concentrating in Kolkata, but we are concentrating on the entire part of it. Our objective was to get all the northern states, which we could not get. Hopefully they will come next year.
Your name?
My name is Ravi Sharma. I am the editor of Travel Trade Journal magazine and also the convener of India-TRAVMART and now East India-TRAVMART.
Particularly from the buyer side, the agency side, and how the consumers will get benefited from it. Can you explain?
See, basically, to let you all know that I am Kaushik Banerjee representing ETA, Enterprising Travel Association. We are a pan-India association comprising of around 850 members across India. So I represent as chapter head for Eastern India. So now this is an opportunity what ETJ has brought today, where we can interact. I guess we have around 38 number of exhibitors. So since we actually deal with the customers, the consumers of travel products. So now post-COVID, what we are seeing, people, their perception of traveling has changed. Now they are looking for more of experience rather than just going and staying in a hotel. Now people are looking for going to remote places where they can actually enjoy the host community, their hospitality, their food. So people are willing to go and stay in places where there are not lot of crowd, because to maintain the hygiene and everything. Post-COVID, people are more into. Plus, people are more into wellness. They are now looking out for preventive well-being, means not to fall ill and then take medicine, rather to do a lot of exercise and all. So this kind of event, what today, this is the initial first day of the event. So the 38 exhibitors who have came over here, and we as a buyer, we want to understand their product, so that now since between buyers and seller there is a lot of collaboration can be done. So since we represent the main consumers and all, and if we understand their product better, then we can go back and sell their products a lot more easier. We can convince them a lot more easier. So this is a fantastic opportunity what TTJ has got today. And since Eastern India, if you see, Bengali people are a lot more, they are into traveling. Even they will leave a low standard of life, but they are more into traveling. So people will, and Puja is coming. So there is a lot of opportunity scope here. And thank you TTJ for being here and giving us the opportunity to understand, interact and collaborate. Thank you.
अपना नामটা বললেন না?
My name is Kaushik Banerjee from ETA, Enterprising Travel Association.
Thank you, Kaushik.
Thank you.
Bipin Khannaji from ADTY associations. My question, Mr. Khanna, basic question is that now after pandemic, the people now interested for again to the particularly the Bengali people, the Eastern region people, they are very much footloose people. So how your association take this opportunity, this East India-TRAVMART conducted by Travel Trade Journal, how you take this opportunity to convert your things to your sellers so that the consumer can benefit?
Yeah, but it's very, very important that after the pandemic, there were a lot of things were happening in tourism and the hospitality. People were totally thinking that tourism is not the right way to go into that and the hospitality. But as soon as lockdown opened, and being tourism was the first to be to pick up, and it came into that, and people wanted to go because they were fed up about that sitting in the homes for a long time, almost about more than 1 year. They were sitting in the homes and they wanted, and people it is by nature that you cannot die without the travel.
Correct.
Important is very, very, because it's regionalized your the body, and you are freshen up when you travel, and you feel so happy when you travel that it comes to in your mind that okay, when we are going for a travel, there is kind of a खुशी जो होता है ना हमारे दिमाग में, और कल हमने कलकत्ता जाना है, कल हमने वहाँ जाना है, असम जाना है, कल हमने वहाँ डिब्रूगढ़ जाना है, कल हमने मणिपुर जाना है, तो इस चीज़ों को these things are very very important in that and we took this initiative very well with the Ministry of Tourism. During that pandemic, we had organized lot of the webinars. Dekho Apna Desh, if you know about that. So 82 they started the webinars with the different states, and we have done with the Northeast, and we have done with all the states during the pandemic. And people came to know about the potential of India, which people were not aware about that. In fact, people were thinking that we'll go to Singapore, or we're going to Thailand, we go to Europe, we go to America, because they were not aware of the potential of India, and nobody had come up. Even the ministries, they had not come up to show the potential of the states. So when the these webinars happened, a lot of people, when they heard about that, it went to the masses, and they came to understand that there is a lot of potential. We have everything here, provided the infrastructure is good, provided the connectivity is good. These are the things which were very very important for all of us. And with the the states, they had taken the initiative after the pandemic that the infrastructure is very important, connectivity is very important, and also the airports are very important, transport system is very important, and also the hospitality and the professionalism is very very important for the promotion of the tourism in India. So that has happened, and all this the government, they realized that infrastructure, if we really improve our infrastructure, if we really improve our connectivity, there is nothing behind that we cannot do. It creates a lot of employment. Also, it creates a lot of generation for the states. So that was the thing which was exactly happened.
Sir, thank you so much. The last question to you. And the G20, our Honorable Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi, he has declared that one earth, one family, one future.
Yeah, one
future. It's an excellent dialogue and excellent implementation. The oath they have taken during this session of G20. Now India is connected. Our path, from Mumbai to Dubai, and it will be completed till it is in Bali, and almost 8,000 kilometers they are going to the road, sea, as well as the train line. So how this opportunity, you people are thinking that it will be for the good thing for the users and the consumers, and that they can now by road they can go to Berlin through Mumbai through West Asia.
It's very simple, boss. The money will come in, everybody will benefit, and travel is one thing where you spend 1 rupee, you get 10 people get benefit. As I was explaining, that whether you open a hotel, right?
Yes, correct.
So it creates jobs, and that is what the country needs. And this is what the Prime Minister is doing. This is what all of the people should do, and he's doing.
That exactly is our aim, that to whatever our Honorable Prime Minister he has said, to open that the sector. Now you can see the roads, the highways, which are improving so much. No, we want to connect it to the world. It is not only that we want to connect only within India. We want to connect with the world, and you will see within few years you will see that it is not like you said from Mumbai to Bali. Maybe you will find that there is a way of going to that.
Correct.
Now, if you go to Europe, you can go undersea from London to France. You can go via Amsterdam also. In the same way, we are also our government is now doing a lot of efforts to make all these things accessibility to and the connectivity to the world, not only to the Indian or to the Indian people. They want to do that. So whatever we spend.
Let me add here what he's saying. Let me clarify one more thing. When he said government is doing roadways, so when you see when the roads are good, every 1 kilometer you'll find a new dhaba coming up, and they all are full. So how many? Take one example of that Statue of Liberty. Today 50,000 people are benefiting. Up to 20 kilometers before the statue, there are people coming.
Every day there is a footfall of 25,000 people. Every day. We have done our last convention in Kevadia only, in Statue of Unity, and it was such a successful convention there. And after that, are seeing that footfall has gone 10 times now. after our convention, because we had almost about 700 tour operators which had gone during that corona, in February 21. प्रधानमंत्री जी ने बोला था कि सबसे पहले अपने देश को दिखाओ स्टैच्यू ऑफ यूनिटी के, दिस इज द वर्ल्ड फेमस एंड विद द लॉन्गेस्ट, आई मीन द लार्जेस्ट एंड द हाईएस्ट स्टैच्यू इन द वर्ल्ड. So वो दिखाने के बाद जब हम टूर ऑपरेटर्स को लेके कि when we had gone there, after that when they saw, everybody had started selling it.
Right, sir.
So this is exactly the thing.
But sir, last question, both of you, sir. This is very important question. This time, first time, Africa they have included within this G20
Yes, correct,
country,
G20.
and more than 55 countries. And Modi ji, he has taken this initiative and accepted by the G20 countries. Now already 25 billion. US dollar declared by the US government for the benefit of these people, poor people. Now, how this India tourism as a whole one family can help that African countries?
So this is only the tourism which can really create a lot of employment and the revenue. Once we are opening to the African countries, people from here will go to the African countries. When they will go to their airlines will start there. So airlines benefited out of that. Hotels will be benefited out of that. Even the dhabas, the shopkeepers, even the gift shops, everybody will be benefited out of that. So this, whatever they are spending, the US people are doing, it is basically not a help. It is a kind of a coordination and a generation and a relationship with both the countries and all the countries. That exactly is.
That they should come out at least from the level,
correct,
one level to another level.
And let me tell you that outbound tour operators now they have started now doing this. Now the next convention is in Kenya. So Kenya, you must have heard about him from that.
Yes.
So it is Kenya. So the tour operators, almost 300 to 400, 500 tour operators, when they will go to the Kenya, they will explore and they will go there. When they will go there, they will send the people from here to Kenya. Because unless until you don't travel to that particular or you don't go to that particular place, you cannot sell. And practically, if you know that which are the hotels, which are the places, which are the attractions, when you come to that, only after that you are able to explore and to sell that particular product. So that will be done, and everybody will be benefited out of that. Yes. Even we tour operators will be benefited. हमें भी तो कुछ मिलेगा ना? Let us,
new area, new opportunities.
New opportunities for everybody. It is not like that it's an opportunity only for that. They will people benefited of that. We will also be benefited out of that. And we are thankful to the government of India and the other countries also, those who want to really to promote the Africa as a destination.
आपका नाम?
P.P. Khanna, President, Association of Domestic Tour Operators of India.
आज के बारे में क्या बोलिएगा, आप बोलिए.
ये जो इवेंट है जो मिस्टर रवि शर्मा ने ऑर्गेनाइज किया है, ये B2B मार्केट जिसे हम कहते हैं, एजेंट टू एजेंट मार्केट, उसके लिए सबसे एक ऐसी जगह है जहां आप अच्छे एजेंट से मिलते हैं, आप अपना प्रोडक्ट बता सकते हैं. मैं यहाँ पे इनके हर इवेंट में मैंने पार्टिसिपेट किया है और मुझे हमेशा बेनिफिट ही हुआ इस चीज़ का. आज मैं यहाँ पे यॉर्कर की तरफ से इनका एक स्पॉन्सर बन के आया हूँ. ये टी कॉफ़ी लॉन्च मैंने स्पॉन्सर किया, मेरा अंदर बूथ भी है. मैं क्रूज़ का PSA हूँ इंडिया में, मैं मालदीव में मेरा ऑफिस है, और मैं कई तरह के पर मैक्सिमम आउटबाउंड प्रोडक्ट्स करता हूँ. मेरे पास डोमेस्टिक डिवीज़न भी है जिसमें हम कश्मीर, लद्दाख, अंडमान करते हैं. वाराणसी में मेरा ऑफिस है जिसके लिए हम वाराणसी, अयोध्या, प्रयागराज, इस सेक्टर को हम काफ़ी प्रमोट कर रहे हैं.
और आगे बढ़ने के लिए और क्या क्या कोशिश कर रहे हैं?
मैं नए प्रोडक्ट जोड़ रहा हूँ. यूपी में मेरा बहुत ज़्यादा कंसंट्रेशन है डोमेस्टिक मार्केट में, खासकर उसको मैं टैप करना चाह रहा हूँ. आउटबाउंड में मेरे पास काफ़ी डेस्टिनेशन मैंने ऐड किए हैं. यूरोप करता हूँ, बाकी डेस्टिनेशन करता हूँ. इस वक्त मेरा है कि जो मैं मार्केट्स कर रहा हूँ नॉर्थ और ईस्ट इंडिया, थोड़ा इसको कंसोलिडेट करूँ और अपना बिजनेस यहाँ पे थोड़ा.
आज के प्रोग्राम कैसे लगा?
प्रोग्राम ये एक ऐसा प्रोग्राम है जहाँ आपका बेनिफिट ये है कि आप छोटे छोटे शहरों से आए एजेंट से मिल पाते हैं, जहाँ नॉर्मल हमारी सेल्स कॉल में जाना पॉसिबल नहीं होता. तो सबसे बेनिफिट बड़ा यही होता है जैसे इवेंट में आके. और रवि जी के ये इवेंट जो पिछले 4-5 साल से कर रहे हैं, इनका टारगेट ही Tier 2, Tier 3 सिटीज़ रहा है, जहाँ मैं छोटे शहरों के एजेंट थे, जिन एजेंट्स को पूरी नॉलेज वैसे नहीं मिल पाती या हम उन एजेंट तक नहीं पहुँच पाते. तो ये प्लेटफॉर्म है जहाँ हम आपस में मिलकर काम की बात कर सकते हैं.
आपका नाम?
संजीव गोसाई, मैं CEO हूँ कॉर्पोरेट।
आज का जो कॉन्फ्रेंस जो आज हुआ है वैदिक भवन में, ये बायर्स और सेलर्स एजेंसी सब मिला के 100 से ज़्यादा, तो आज के बारे में क्या बोलिएगा?
आज का जो हमारा वैदिक विलेज में ईस्ट इंडिया ट्रैवमार्ट हुआ है, हमारे पास 120 फुली होस्टेड बायर्स हैं, जिसमें से हमारे पास बायर्स आए हैं फ्रॉम ईस्ट इंडिया इंक्लूडिंग नॉर्थ ईस्ट इंडिया, त्रिपुरा तक से हमारे पास बायर आए हैं। प्लस हमारे पास बायर आए हैं दिल्ली से, बॉम्बे से, लखनऊ से, औरंगाबाद से, साउथ इंडिया से। सो जो ईस्ट इंडिया ट्रैवमार्ट का हमारा ये पर्पस था कि इसको एक डिफरेंट लेवल पे लिया जाए, जिसमें हमारी ज़्यादा नेटवर्किंग का टाइम मिले। और ये B2B नेटवर्किंग है, दिस इज़ नॉट अ बिजनेस टू कंज्यूमर मार्ट। ये जो मार्ट है ये बिजनेस टू बिजनेस मार्ट है, जहाँ हमारे सप्लायर्स जो प्रिंसिपल्स हैं, प्रिंसिपल मतलब जो प्रोडक्ट को ओन करते हैं, जैसे एयर इंडिया दैट ओन्स द एयरलाइन प्रोडक्ट, यू नो इंडिगो एयरलाइंस जो ओन करती हैं प्रोडक्ट। फिर डेस्टिनेशन मैनेजमेंट कंपनीज हैं जो प्रोडक्ट को स्पेशलाइज करती हैं, एग्रीगेट करती हैं और आगे पुश करती हैं। और क्रूज लाइंस होते हैं, प्रिंसिपल्स होते हैं, उनके GSs होते हैं, कार रेंटल कंपनीज हैं, टेक्नोलॉजी कंपनीज हैं। तो ये B2B नेटवर्क में जो हमारी ट्रैवल एजेंसी कम्युनिटी है आके इन सब सप्लायर से मिलती है, नई चीज़ों के बारे में उनको पता चलता है, नई सर्विसेज, नई कम्पिटिटिव रेट्स पता चलते हैं, बिकॉज इट इज़ अ फ्री मार्केट। सो कंपटीशन इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। सो यू हैव मल्टीपल सप्लायर्स, मल्टीपल बाइंग ऑप्शंस एज अ B2B ऑप्शन। सो उसके अंदर जो हमारे ये एजेंट्स हैं इनकी नॉलेज बेस बढ़ता है, इनका परचेज बेस बढ़ता है, और जिसके कारण ये आगे एक बेटर डेवलप्ड कम्पिटिटिव प्रोडक्ट एंड यूज़र जो कंज्यूमर है उसको ये ऑफर कर सके। सो यही हमारे मार्ट का है कि कांस्टेंट इनोवेशन, इंटरेक्शन विद द ट्रैवल एजेंट कम्युनिटी फ्रॉम ऑल ओवर द कंट्री, फ्रॉम ऑल ओवर द वर्ल्ड। जो एग्रीगेटर्स आते हैं हमारे, जो हमारे प्रिंसिपल्स आते हैं, सो वो हमारा पर्पस है। और आई थिंक जो हमारे को रिस्पॉन्स मिला है वो बहुत ही ज़्यादा ओवरवेलमिंग मिला है। एंड थैंक यू वेरी मच।
नाम बोलिए आप।
आपका शुभ नाम?
मैं गुरजीत सिंह आहूजा हूँ एंड आई एम द को-कन्वीनर।
गुरजीत सिंह आहूजा।
गुरजीत सिंह आहूजा एंड आई एम द को-कन्वीनर फॉर दिस ईस्ट इंडिया ट्रैवमार्ट।
धन्यवाद। হ্যালো, হ্যালো, এই তো
Please say about your organization first, not actually you people functioning.
এখন এই যে ওই ভিডিও করছি, একজনের সাথে কথা বলছি।
We are from Ras Al Khaimah Tourism Development Authority. Ras Al Khaimah is the nature emirate of United Arab Emirates, which is UAE. It is a beautiful destination located just 45 minutes away from Dubai International Airport. And the response from the Indian market has been absolutely phenomenal. In the last 1 year, the numbers have increased significantly towards the destination from India. It is the only destination. If you look at the logo, it's a very beautifully crafted logo of Ras Al Khaimah. It basically means it's the only emirate that has the mountains, the desert, and the ocean. And all activities are based across mountains, desert, and the ocean. Considering today consumers are looking at experiential destinations, we have mountain activities like the Jay Sledder, longest zip line in the world is existing in Ras Al Khaimah, in Jabal Jay's mountains. Then there is in the desert we have desert camps, we have desert safaris, and oceanside very unique experience, which is the pearl diving experience. How Arabian pearls were secured in earlier times, they are still replicating it, and it's a beautiful. It's for the entire family. In fact, the hotel quality is very good. Ras Al Khaimah today has about 8,000 plus rooms. A lot of the majority of the rooms are on the beach side, so you have the availability of ocean front, which makes it a really nice and easy hotels to stay in. The food for Indians is very easily available. Middle Eastern cuisine and Indian cuisine are also very similar, and there's a lot of vegetarian options as well for those who are vegetarian. So overall, it's a great value destination with now direct flights by Indigo from Hyderabad, from Mumbai, and new flights etc. coming up. It's a value destination. You can land directly into Ras Al Khaimah and spend 3 to 5 nights. In fact, even for long weekends, instead of going anywhere, you can actually go to an international destination and spend time there.
আপনার নাম?
Hemant Medirata. Hemant Medirata.
Sir, you are focusing on especially on Northeast.
Start from
Sunday, on the other hand,
So right now what happens is that either the kind of cinema this is what we used to do. So only these three states
across the world. So please tell from your chair.
Vasudeva Kutumbakam. One earth, one family, one future. You know, as Indian culture, if you read the Upanishad, it is already there that if we treat our entire world as one family, we will not do anything to harm each other, or not just people, but also the planet. Sustainability today is such a big topic of discussion in every tourism forum, and it is our responsibility to make this planet a better place for our children. And hence, not just look at a destination like Russell Kema, which is now done so much for sustainability that it is regarded as amongst the top destinations in the world. But in India, we have been practicing sustainability for a very long time. Recycling, upcycling has been in our nature. You know, we don't throw away waste, we recycle. So with G20, I think the good part that has happened is that 20 governments have spoken to each other. Not just 20, they've added lots of new members, African nations have come. This will lead for business to talk to each other, and the next step will be people to people will come together as one family, one future. So one earth.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it.